This is day 72 of my campaign to beat Patrick Mahomes before I croak. And this is part 2 of my letter to the fan club of why I want to meet Patrick Mahomes. Enjoy! I married a quarterback and we watched everything football. He was a Texas Longhorn and I was an Auburn Tiger War Eagle. We lived in Little Rock and became Razorback fans. Lived in Florida and became Miami Dolphin fans. I moved to New York City in Manhattan on Riverside Drive for 12 years and worked in church ministry, which was pretty much a 24/7 job. SEC football was not much shown on TV up there, so I became a little out of touch. While I lived there, I spent 4 summers in Paris. I traveled to Cape Town, South Africa with 2 of my children, where we helped start the first integrated church in South Africa. We were there when Nelson Mandela, after 27 years, was released from prison. For the past 19 years, I have been back in the South, in Georgia, and resumed my passion for football. For 10 years, I was able to go to all the UGA home games. I'm a Georgia fan unless they're playing Auburn. I fell in love with Cam Newton the year he played for Auburn and they won the national championship. Cam went on to play for the Carolina Panthers and I followed him until he stopped. Once he was out of the picture, I really didn't have a favorite. The Falcons were awful, so there was Tom Brady and Drew Brees, which neither got my heart. By the way, I have watched every one of the 57 Super Bowls. And yes, Kansas City played in the first, one against Green Bay in 1967. But Bart Starr was my favorite back then. Sorry. And yes, I know it wasn't or hasn't always been called the Super Bowl. And thank you, Lamar Hunt. That history is too long to tell. Here's my favorite quarterbacks through the years. Broadway Joe Namath, Johnny Unitas, Roger Staubach, Bob Greasy, Terry Bradshaw, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Cam Newton. So as you can see, quarterbacks have always been my thing.